If you want to see me create my first look with quad of the month number 6, the quad for June, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, we are going to play with quad number 6, which is again the quad of the month. I do a monthly quad with 4 singles that are usually depotted singles from a variety of palettes. In this case, we have 3 palettes. We have the Magic and the Saharan from Juvia's Place. And we also have Cheers to the Beauty colored Raine in this quad. And I wanted to do a first look on camera, although I have used this one. I could not resist. I used it yesterday. I'll put the picture right here. That's the only shadow from this whole quad, so I don't consider it a look from this quad. It was just one shadow. But I put it on because I don't think it's FOMO. I have a deep, deep desire for the ultraviolet from Urban Decay. The latest Naked palette, so Naked Ultraviolet. And I really felt like this shadow was a great one to get the feels of the palette, even though, you know, I don't have it. And I'll admit as well, this quad was heavily inspired by the sneak peeks of that palette. So I am definitely feeling the ultraviolet vibes, if you will. I think I've prefaced this enough. Let me tell you what my plan is today. Since I used this one yesterday, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use Razor Glass and then Faso and Ivy. So Ivy is going to be outer lid, probably liner on the lower lashes. This is going to be in the crease, and this is going to be my inner to center lid color. I may go with this one on the very, very inner corner, just inner lid, very inner lid, but it's not my priority. The other 3 colors are. So I'm going to start with this color, which is Razor Glass from Cheers to the Beauty. Going to start with that in the crease, and it's kind of between a brown and a dusty rose. It's very, very fetching. So let's do that. And I think I'm going to go fluffy to start. So this is my Quo brush. Quo is a Canadian brand that we can find in Shoppers Drug Mart. And I'm going to, I've got the brush loaded, but I keep forgetting a mirror. Okay, and here is my trusty mirror. It's a 9-pan magnetic palette from Tarte. I think they still sell this one. Whoops, went a little high here. Luckily I have a cleaner brush. Okay. The thing with a big fluffy brush is that I need to be careful when I'm talking and not get it everywhere. Effortless, right? It is such a nice color and very pigmented. So whatever's left, I'll go on the inner lid all the way to the brow bone. And I'm just going to diffuse it up to the brow bone for the rest of the lid. Oh, I love this color. I really do. Razor Glass, when I started using it in Cheers to the Beauty, I thought, oh, beautiful. As far as a rich matte that will make any look good, that one definitely fits the bill. And here is the angled brush. I don't know if Colored Raine sells the Razor Glass on its own. I should check. Because if they do, I would definitely recommend it as a single. It's a soft color, but still really, really pigmented. I only went in with that fluffy brush once, and boy, did it have a lot of payoff. I think I only dipped once. I guess I'll find out in editing. Huh. Okay, that's it for that side. I think I'm going to do the whole first side and then replicate on the other side. I think I'm going to go in with a smaller crease brush and just intensify the crease. And all I'm going to do is take the kick up and go with just that right in the depth of the crease. Just made it a little bit deeper, and that's it, no more. Now for Ivy. And Ivy is the very, very deep purpley blue color. And that I want to be extremely precise with. I'm going to go on the outer lid and probably going to use it as liner on the lower lid. But I need to be super careful. I just pressed twice in the shadow. Probably should, yeah, tap, but oh, nothing really came off. And I want to be very, very careful because it is a very deep shadow. Oh, good. It doesn't go on too hard. Okay, so I did a little bit of a drag onto the shadow. When I did the swatch, I was just, the opacity of the color freaked me out a little bit. I'll put the swatches video right there, which is the Quad 5 intro to Quad 6. I do the swatches during those videos. Okay, good. It takes some building, which is nice when it's such a deep, deep color. I did not think that at all from the swatches. I thought it was going to be really, really tough to control, but it's not. I may have used this color in the Magic palette before, but I just don't remember. I mean, I go through a lot of shadows and not all of them leave a lasting memory of its use. Okay, I went a little bit far with Ivy in here. Just going to clean that off. Okay, and I'm going to continue to build. I'm really surprised. So this is, Ivy is a very friendly deep matte, meaning you have to build it, and so you have a lot more control than I thought that I would have. It's nothing like the Sumatra in the Smashbox Matte Exposure, the palette that I'm panning. If you're curious what I'm doing, I'll put the video here. I really have to be careful with Sumatra because it builds up really quickly. You can remove some, but it's always easier if you're just building as opposed to trying to remove excess shadow. It's nice because in the swatches it can show a little bit more blue, but this is definitely showing a lot more purple, which is what I was hoping for. And that means that when I go and do this one with this other one right here, which is again Faso, Faso, that they'll go really, really well together. And in the Magic palette, they're positioned side by side, so Juvia's Place was definitely thinking that those were a pair, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. It's quite nice. A little bit higher in the crease. Okay, that's really nice. Now I'm going to go into the Fula, which is this one right here. And that one is from the Saharan palette, also from Juvia's Place. And for that purpose, I'm going to go in with my usual multitasker brush and go into, I keep forgetting the name, no, not Faso, Fula. And it was so, so beautiful in the swatch. And I know that this is a color that I have used before. We're gonna go in. I really like the names that Juvia's Place chooses. Very different from other brands, but I have to admit that when it comes to remembering the names, unless I'm using those shadows often, they don't tend to stick with me. So I'm glad I have the names on the back of the quad, because otherwise I wouldn't have a clue what I was talking about. Okay, I like this. I just want to intensify it a little bit with the finger. And it needs very little. I just want the shimmer to punch a little bit more. Okay. This is a nice look. I mean, we're not even done, and I'm really, really loving it. I want to punch it up a little bit with some liner. And I think I'm going to use my Precision Smudger. And I'm going to go in with Ivy again and do the upper and lower lash lines. I happen to get Ivy on my eyeball, but it's not bothering me. This spot right here is the toughest one for me to line. I always go too high. And I'm just going to fix that. Luckily, it's easy to fix. Let's try that again. And I'll stop talking to you for a second. In order to be successful, I have to have my eye slightly open, just like that, and not move my mouth. Otherwise, I make a mess. I never thought that lining with eyeshadow would be all that good. I always wanted the security of a liquid liner that was dried down. But I've been liking it for, I think, well over a year, and I am addicted to it now. I really like the effect. I like how fast it is. I like how you can fix a mistake really quickly. Well, if you watch this channel a lot, you would know I use liquid liner quite a bit, but sometimes we just don't have time to battle with a liquid liner. And when is the time where a liquid liner messes up the most? When you're in a hurry and you don't have time to redo your liner, right? That's always when it happens. Okay, look at that. I really, really like that. Really like it. Okay, so this look is virtually done, but I do want to do a brow bone highlight. And for that, I'm going to go into the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt. It's a Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Palette. Is that ever a mouthful or what? I picked this up not long ago, and if I have cards left, I'll put the swatches video right there. And I want to use something that is going to go well with the look, and I think I'm going to use this guy right here. And this guy is Scandal Ice, and it's a pinky purpley, so almost like a soft pink and lavender, and I think it's going to go really well with what I have on. So I'm going to grab a proper brush, and I'm going to pick this one, and we're going to go right in. And this palette, by the way, has a mirror, which is pretty awesome. Now I use these for eyeshadow, for cheek highlighter, and also for, well, for highlighter on the brow, for cheek highlighter, and also as shadow. Yeah, this was a good choice. Okay. Another alternative to this one would have been the colored Raine Lavender Dreams. I've really been enjoying that. So I'm doing this other side early for some reason. I think it's out of habit. And let's do the inner corner. I have not been good at telling you what brushes I've been using, so the editing me is going to have them all on the screen. Can't believe I forgot to do that. Some of them anyway. Okay, and this is my M149 from Morphe, and I've packed on Scandalice to do inner corner. And I'm going to go just a little bit lower. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to recreate it on the other side off camera and then be back to talk about the final steps to get the makeup finished. Okay, now that both sides are done, I'm going to go back into this highlighter palette and I'm going to go into Scandalice again, that shadow that I put down on the brow bone and inner corner and inner lower lash line. And I'm going to add it to my cheek. And I do have already this other one called Heartburn as a second blush on my cheek. I have the Joe Fresh Cream Blush in Peach Dream and Heartburn on top. And now I'm going to top it off with this highlighter brush into Scandalice and finish up the look to tie the cheekbone into the eye look as well. It's a very pretty highlighter. I don't tend to go really heavy on highlighters, so I'm sure that sometimes it doesn't show on camera, but I can guarantee you that in real life, it's just the right amount for me. Now that this is done, the shadow is done, all that's left is to finish up the look with liner and mascara. And looking at my eye look right now, I don't think I need extra liner. I think that Iphy did a really good job of giving me a smoky lower lash line, and then the tight lining on the upper lashes I'm pretty happy with. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do an upper waterline refresh with the Urban Decay Zero, which is the liner I always use on my upper waterline, and you can tell that it is well loved. And I'm going to use the same two mascaras I usually use, one from Estee Lauder and one from Clinique. I will do those and we'll take a look at the final look. Here is the final look, and just a quick recap of what I used. The Urban Decay Zero on my upper waterline, the Sumptuous Extreme on my upper lash line. I used 2 coats. This is the wand. And on my lower lashes, I used a mascara that does not have as much punch as the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme, and it is the High Impact by Clinique. Not high impact at all. Here's the wand, well, in my opinion anyway. And I topped it off with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. That is everything. And then my lipstick is the Marc Jacobs Slow Burn. And here's the color. And here is what it looks like. And I thought that kind of a dusty rose with the Razor Glass that's in my crease, I thought it was going to be a good pairing, which is why I had it on at the beginning of the video. So that's it. My first look using the quad of the month number 6, the quad for June. And I'm pretty happy with my selection. Way to go, Hélène. I think this is going to be in my top 3 quads of the year. I am so impressed with how the first look turned out. I was super happy with the look yesterday that was topped off with Faso. And these are all really solid shadows. So let me know what you think of the look, good, bad, or ugly. Let me know what your comments are, and if you have any opinions on the specific shadows or other shadows that you think are dupes or would be complementary to these four. I'm always open to hearing what you have to say, and also to requests. So let me just show you the colors again. If there's a specific combination you're curious about, let me know. I'm not shy at all about using your recommendations and creating looks based on requests. That is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. You know that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But for now, take care.